Well, here's a cool gift I got. A Harry Potter set of bookmarks. And they really got some weight to them. And they're pretty nice. Except they don't really work all that well. So let's see if we can't turn this cool present that turned out to be a lemon into a win by making it a shadow box. And that's how they came packaged. And it's got this nice foam backing that they sit in. And they're really nice. It's just, this is awful heavy. And if you hold the book the wrong way, it just slides right out. Go figure. And this is an inexpensive display case that I got from Michaels. It came 2 in a pack. But there's nothing on here that looks attractive. I thought about trying to attach it to the paper, but I don't think the paper is sturdy enough. It has this cool little lip inside of it that creates a space, which is going to turn out pretty handy for us. Because of that, if we don't get right up to the edge, it'll hide any of our imperfections. And I think I'm going to use this. And this is a really inexpensive piece of foam, 99 cents. It's not very thick. That came from Michaels too. I'm going to use my piece of paper as a guide. And we'll just cut this to shape. And it looks like all I'm really going to need to do is just cut one side off of the other. So which side looks the best? This foam cuts really easy. Well, here's a price breakdown for this project. The two 12x12 shadow boxes came as a set from Michaels, and they were $30. The bookmark set came from Books A Million, and it was around $13. And then there's this piece of foam I'm cutting, which came from Michaels, and it was 99 cents. I could have got a true matte backing for this project, but it would have been about $24, and I would have had to cut it down too. So before I went any farther, I thought I should go ahead and clean the glass on the inside, since once I have the shadow box together, I'm not going to be able to get to it. And that did not go well. Oh my goodness. So now I've got a broken piece of glass. Well, I don't think that's going to work anymore. And thank goodness these came two to a set, because I just went and got another piece of glass out of the other shadow box. Like I said, they came as a 2-pack. So I carefully cleaned the second piece of glass, and we'll keep moving on with this project. That is ready to go. Well, after trial and error, I prefer to use a glue gun, and I've got an off-brand glue gun that uses my DeWalt batteries as a power source. Originally, I was going to take the bookmarks out of the foam tray they came in and attach them to the red foam pad. But I think I like it a lot better with the bookmarks resting inside of the foam pad. It adds some depth to it. So I put some glue on the back of the foam pad, but didn't have another glue stick to put in the gun, and by the time I got it, it had cooled off. So I just peeled that glue off, and now I'm going to do it again, except this time I've got a fresh stick in the glue gun. So I have one advice for glue guns. When you purchase new glue sticks, get ones that are as long as possible. It just makes life easier. The glue that comes out of the gun is awful hot, and when you put it on something that's well insulated like this foam mat, it takes a little while for it to cool down, which gives you plenty of time to sort of adjust things if you don't think you've got it right. And I'll use one of these bookmarks to help me eagle eye this into the center of the foam pad. Each one of these bookmarks goes in a specific spot on this foam tray, and like I said, they're fairly heavy. So I'm going to use the glue gun and put some glue on the back of the metal tops and hot glue these bookmarks to the foam pad to make sure that they don't come loose while they're inside the shadow box. So the top of the bookmarks are made out of cast metal with a painted house emblem on them, and the lower portion is made out of 2 separate pieces of plastic. I'm only going to attach the hot glue to the metal portion of the bookmarks because it's relatively easy to peel the hot glue off of a metal surface, and that way I can reuse them if I choose so in the future. I've made several shadow boxes in the past, and I've got quite a few around the homestead. If you're interested in seeing those, leave me a comment. and I could make a separate video on my sci-fi and vacation shadow boxes. Well, it was time to reassemble this shadow box, and that's when I realized that there just wasn't enough structure to that piece of foam to hold it stationary in place. So I'll just hot glue the red foam to the backing of the shadow box. The only thing I really need to make sure is that there's an anchor on the back of the shadow box to hang it on the wall. And I want to make sure that the red foam is on it in such a way that when you hang it on the wall, my bookmarks aren't upside down. I've only had this battery operated glue gun for a short while, but it sure is awful nice. For that matter, all these tools that they're coming out with that are battery operated sure make life a lot easier. I'll push this down and give it a few seconds, and then we can finish this project up. This shadow box has little metal tabs that you fold down that hold the backing in place. But I've got a couple shadow boxes that the tabs that hold the back in place are on a pivot, which allows you to get into the shadow box anytime you need to. And that's what you really want to use if you're going to do something that you think you're going to be in and out of a lot. Okay, it's almost time for the big reveal. We'll have to clean the glass off and then we'll get a good shot of this. Well, they may not have worked out well as bookmarks. They sure do look pretty cool as a shadow box. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, check out some of my playlists, and I'll see you in the next video.